Hello and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast. We've got the notorious SID and Chris Stark with me today. As you can, I don't know if you've guessed or not, but one of us this evening or this afternoon has been styled by a stylist. Sarah Ann Murray has kindly got involved. She's a stylist to the stars. She's regularly dresses various models, and obviously we'd like you to guess which one of us has been styled today.
Yeah, there'll be a picture up on the socials, and obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, you can spend the time that we spend doing this podcast trying to figure out who's styled.
Yeah, so just get in touch.
Yeah,
and give your opinion on which fella's been styled here today. Should we get into it, Chris?
Good news on the YouTube front anyway. So what's funny?
Great news on the YouTube front. 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And I have to say, John Nellis, what a legend. He said to us it was his favourite podcast. He put it out there to his listeners, and his listeners are as mad as ours by the looks of it, because they've all got involved and they've all subscribed, and it was unbelievable podcasting. So John, it's much appreciated.
Yeah, love that. Really good.
International weekend then. Fine.
Yeah, some big stories coming out of it. France 14-0. Should you make it that?
That's outrageous, isn't it?
Don't you think past a certain amount of goals they should just, let's call it?
I saw it. I think it was Olivier Giroud. I think he scored the 13th or the 14th. But it was a lovely bicycle kick overhead. But he ran away like
celebrated like mad.
Like buzzing. I just thought
he's taking the piss there.
Taking the piss. Yeah. I know it's amazing to score that many goals, and I think he's got the record now or something. You know, like he's scored a lot of goals for France. I don't know. He's well up there anyway.
Yeah, it's tough going that for Gibraltar,
but harsh on Gibraltar.
Let's be honest, were they just really shit?
Well, I imagine so. I didn't see the full game. I saw the goals, but you saw
the goals. I mean, that must have taken a while anyway.
No, it's just one of those games where you're just like, let me have a look at what's going on here. Like, how bad's the defending? It wasn't good. Yeah, I'll be honest. They could have done better.
Have you ever been in one of those games where you're getting drummed, but like properly, like a 5 or dare I say it's 6-0, 6-1?
Do you know what my worst one was? Do you remember when I was at Fulham and we played Hull and Tom Huddleston grew his hair out and said, I'll only cut it when I score? 0-0 at half time. I think we lost 7 in the second half. And he scored. And he ran over to the touchline and the physio come with him.
Remember that?
And cut his hair.
And you're on the other end of it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it going,
I remember
that was the worst.
7 in the second half though, was it?
Yeah, didn't see that coming. Got to say.
So you level at half time?
Level at half time, yeah. We was poor.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I remember beating Cowley Youth for West Middlesex Colts 35-0.
Seriously?
Insane,
yeah.
How many did you score?
Yeah, I scored like fucking 18.
You did.
But I was relentless. I couldn't believe who I was then.
18, you won the game.
Yeah, it was like I was going past people and go and not squaring it to people. Like I was shooting from everywhere. I don't know. I was really, really selfish.
Wow.
And who was that against? Cowley?
Cowley, yeah.
You have to hope they've improved since then.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all 42 now, and that was probably under 10s.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, I mean, like, whatever Cowley is now.
As a group, as a group, hopefully.
San Marino got a goal as well. There was excitement in our WhatsApp group when that happened.
Yeah, went off, didn't it?
We'd made some predictions and sort of assumed San Marino would get absolutely done, and then went a goal up, and it all got quite lively.
Unbelievable scenes, really, from San Marino, because they hadn't scored for a long time.
That's 2 in 2 matches. That's them, isn't it? San Marino scored in the last one. Things turning.
The tide is turning for San Marino. But you know what though? Like, this is our bread and butter now, isn't it? Like we've had an international break, and it's called a break for a reason, isn't it? Because it was a bit of a break. I mean, we've all had a go. Yeah. We've all got a point each this week.
Yeah. Just to reiterate the rules, we sort of cover 3 matches, and it's a little sort of thing ahead of the weekend that we do. And we each make a prediction. If we get the correct score, we get 3 points. If you guess the right result, win, lose, draw, you get a point. And obviously nothing if you mess it up. And we've got a little league table going. There's forfeits involved, that kind of thing. So we feature 3 matches every weekend. Where would you like to start? Peter?
I think we go for the big one. This is obviously in conjunction with Paddy Power. This is the big weekend fixture, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. This is Man City versus Liverpool.
Huge.
Well, I mean, in recent years, this has been the game of the season, hasn't it? And Liverpool kind of fell short of Manchester City, obviously last year. But I think Liverpool on the comeback as a side. I think they're a threat to anyone. City are at home, but I fancy Liverpool to win this.
There's goals in this, isn't
there?
there?
Is definitely. Well, if you look at the last 5 games, it's 1-1, 4-1, 2-2, 2-2, 4-1. There's a lot. I mean, is it too early to be considered a 6-pointer? Is this a title decider?
Yeah, no, I think that's too early to give that shout. Loads of goals. Over 3.5 goals is 6-5 with Paddy Power. Could be a decent shout. For me personally, I've gone for 2-1 Liverpool. I've thrown it straight out there. I fancy Liverpool to come back stronger. It's obviously it's at the Etihad. It's a difficult game. City are obviously the favourites, but a Liverpool win is 10-3, and I'm going with that.
If you're really backing the goals thing here, going for a City win, City to win 4-1 is currently 17-1. Yeah, see what I mean? And that feels potential.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But listen, I'm going to throw my score out there. I'm 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Back in Liverpool at the Etihad.
Man,
yeah, great.
Strong that.
Are you at that game?
I'm not doing that game. No. I'll be at Brentford.
Of course.
I love going to Brentford.
Yeah. Okay, Sids, what are you seeing with this one?
Joe, what? I'm looking at recent scores. I'm seeing 4-1, 2-2. I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I'm going to go with a City win. Just 2-1.
2-1.
I definitely see goals for both teams.
Yeah.
Salah and Haaland are in form. But I do see City just edging it. It always worries me, that game after international break as well. Players coming back late. But for me, I just can't see City losing at home. Can't.
Okay. Just to recap on our leaderboard at the moment, Sid, you're way ahead. 29
Certainly
points.
is.
I've not looked. Sorry.
Crouchy, you're on 19 points, is that right?
He's actually got 20.
He's got 20. It's gone to review that. You're on 20 points. Great news. I'm finally in double figures. I'm up to 12. So I'm not a million miles behind you, Peter. It's doable to get to you, but I'm the same distance really as you are to Sid's, and he feels ridiculously far ahead.
He does feel far ahead. It's not. I'm still not counting my chickens.
No.
I think there's still. What have we got now? A month left. Bit more of the month.
Yeah.
A lot of games though.
There's a lot of games to play.
Depending on where we go up to. Do you know what I mean?
Or was we saying it was the last weekend before Christmas, wasn't it?
I thought we was including the whole Christmas break.
Oh, do you want to do it Christmas break as well?
Well, it feels weird to finish earlier in the year.
Well, it just feels like the forfeit should be done for Christmas, if you know what I mean.
Do you think?
Well, it's like Christmas. It's like a Christmas party. No one's having a Christmas party after Christmas.
Well, actually, a lot of people do that now, don't they? Because everywhere's rammed earlier.
But they're knobs.
There'll be people who work for businesses and that, right? Whose company tries to say, we'll do the Christmas party in the first week.
Bollocks. Say bollocks to them. It's not a Christmas party then, is it?
No.
It's a load of shite. They're just fobbing you off. Just say what, because it's cheaper. It's a Christmas party.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas party. It's not. As soon as it finishes Christmas, you're not in the party mood, are you?
It's another year.
Well, where do you want to split the year? Because surely we'll do Christmas, we'll do the games around because Boxing Day is still Christmas time, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd like to see the forfeit kind of before Christmas, really.
Yeah,
but then it's not. But then we're finishing ridiculously early.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, I'll give you a chance. We'll do the forfeit after Christmas.
We'll do New Year's Day, and then we'll go, and then that'll be the break. Yeah.
Ooh, so there's a lot of football there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We'll do the New Year's games.
So you want to do like FA Cup kind of weekend?
That would be the perfect time, I think,
to do
to
the
have
forfeit.
a break.
To do the forfeit on that weekend.
To do the forfeit, we'd look and see who's
first week of Jan.
Bottom of the league then. Yeah.
Sorry, you haven't given your prediction.
I haven't, no. I've gone Man City 3, Liverpool 2. So I've gone for a lot of goals. I've gone for a lot of goals. But I think it's going to be a hell of a game now.
Right, yeah, those odds obviously are correct at the time, and gamble responsibly.
All right then, next game. What are we doing, Crouchy?
The next game is, of course, some big games coming up, isn't it? Everton, Man U.
Okay.
Everton, Man U. Do you know what? I see a stat the other day. These are the two most informed teams in the Premier League.
Really?
Yes.
You wouldn't have said that, would you?
You wouldn't have said that.
Well, Everton have
Let's
kind
talk
of
about
really,
the points.
They have bounced back, haven't they?
Everton are unbeaten in the last 4.
What about this points deduction situation?
Oh, yeah.
It's harsh, isn't it? I just don't understand how Manchester City have got so many charges hanging over their head, and yet they've not been punished yet. Yeah, but even if Everton are getting 10 points, right, or 9 points, whatever it is,
what are City going to get?
Going to get? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What are you going to say? What are you going to say? You're going to relegate them?
well, if it's proportionate to the
To the
charges, as I understand them, and I don't really
Aren't
understand
Chelsea
any
under
of it.
investigation as well? I mean, does anyone understand it really?
It's.
Do you think points deductions are appropriate punishments?
I mean,
Big question.
the money hurts. Money hurts anyone. I know the big clubs will have money, but if you're going to fine them in proportion to their wealth, then that's going to take a hit. Points is tough, isn't it? Especially if it's in the season and you know you're going to get a.
Does feel harsh on Everton for me. I think I don't like it. I don't like anyone getting a points deduction really. You know, unless it's something absolutely horrendous. And I suppose with the laws of the game, they're not within the laws of the game. But
It'd just be nice if there was different punishments. In my
Well,
opinion.
what
the thing
you
is
suggest?
also is like
red arse for the management.
red arse management.
Red arse for the accountants. I don't know. Whoever's
The
red
accountants.
arse for the
responsible. Why should the players be
owners and accountant lined up.
giant red arse in the car park?
Red arse.
You know.
Charlie Adam can hit him with his dick as well from 100 yards.
Charlie Adam gets
Charlie Adam
bought
from
in.
10 yards.
Charlie Adam gets bought in. I don't know. I just think we never discuss other punishments. It's obviously straight up fines. Then there's point deductions. Why have we not looked into? Okay, you have to lose a player every game.
My issue is the fans suffer, right? And it's like they really suffer. Like if they get relegated now, like, and it's nothing to do with them, is it?
No fan is party to these intricate deals, but then is dealing with the consequences of them.
Yeah.
And I do understand there needs to be, otherwise everyone will just take the piss. But I don't understand why there aren't other things that are considered as part of this. I don't entirely know what they are. And would be open to investigating some of those
Would you
ideas in
say
this podcast.
it would probably be easier if there was like a guideline already set out? So if the punishment was, if the crime was this, the punishment is this. If the crime, do you know what I mean? So it's already set out in stone.
Yeah, because also what football fan understands what's going on? Like what football fan actually understands?
But also, how do you bury it in appeals? You know what I mean? Like you just keep getting things lost in kind of the courts and
bottom of the pile.
Things can be slowed down. You mean
they're just slowing it down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whereas Everton, at least have at least gone. We were wrong.
And do you think from is it 10 points? Isn't it the deduction? Do you think from 10 points? I mean, they should still be okay.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, in a weird kind of way, does it sort of give it an added kind of impetus to stay up and fight a bit earlier than you would in the season?
Yeah,
I don't
possibly.
know.
And if anyone can as a club, it's probably Everton. To kind of defy it, and they've gone. There's been so many times where you think, oh, they've gone, and there's been a spirit behind them at that club to make it better.
I think there's just other things that could have happened here. Close the director's box for the season,
Because they would have hated that.
Yeah. Do shit like that. Make them park where everyone else gets to park.
That's true. That's the best.
We could have had a range of punishments here, couldn't we?
That's good. That like that.
Be styled for the day. You know what I mean? You have to go to every game. Styled.
Yeah. What would really piss them off? Yeah. Suits are banned.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, stuff like that. Anyway, do you know what? I've got a bounce back ability from Everton this week. I've got them to win 1-0.
Have you?
Yeah.
Chumbawamba.
Ooh.
I just think that the place will galvanise. It's at Goodison. It's us against the world. I've been up in Liverpool and it feels like it's very much siege mentality. When someone tries to take something from them, they come out fighting.
Totally
And I
agree.
feel like that will happen this weekend.
Yeah.
1-0 Everton.
So you're going for an Everton victory. It sounds like you.
I am as well.
possibly.
Everton 3, Manchester United 1.
Oh, he's gone big.
I've gone huge.
I've just
These are
dropped
big
my
moves
pencil.
I'm making now.
That is a big move.
Oh, you're scaring me now, you two, because I've actually gone for a United win.
Well, you shouldn't be scared. You're flying.
I've got a United win. I've gone 2-1. Can see it being a close game again, but don't see Everton doing it. I see United just scraping over the line as they have done in previous games.
3-1.
3-1's a big
Oh.
shout.
Very quickly as well, fans of Ten Hag, how are you seeing him? Unsure?
Yeah,
Well,
he's got a lot of shit to deal with, isn't he? I feel for him because as a manager, you want to be judged on the pitch. And
But
he's
is he
having-
all fart, Steve? That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's a waffy fart, isn't it?
What's the difficult one? Like
He's not improving players. That's ultimately what it comes down
Look at
to.
the people that have been through the door, though. Like Mourinho, Van Gaal, like whoever you seem to get through there, it doesn't happen since Ferguson, and they're not bad managers. There's something wrong at the football club, isn't there? And I know it's easy for me to say. I don't know the ins and outs of what goes on with the Glazers all I know is it doesn't sit well with the fans. That in turn doesn't sit well within the ground. It feels like a toxic atmosphere, and then that leads on to the pitch. I think some of the signings haven't been great, and there is a lot of problems at Man United, which is why I feel that Everton will win.
All right. And then we've got one more game.
We have Spurs Villa, another massive game. Like good weekend of football.
Yeah.
Great to bounce back from Chumbawamba from the international break.
Do you know what?
Spurs Villa,
I've got to mention this. I was out on the weekend, and
as you often are.
as we often are, it was late on a Saturday night, and I went into a place in Mayfair, and a friend introduced me to Daniel Levy's wife, Tracy, I believe her name is. First time I've ever met her. And he said, "This is my friend Steve." As I put my hand out to shake her hand, she put her hand out. And as we was about to embrace with the hands, he said he played for Arsenal. And she retracted her hand straight away.
Really?
Yeah, as if it was like disgust. As if I was to shit on her shit.
Wow, brilliant.
I mean, he should have said what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, well, what's he
Was
thinking?
it Daniel who said that?
No.
No, his wife.
No.
Who was
chef.
introduced?
The chef.
Oh, right, okay.
So a friend of ours, Tom,
Yeah.
Tom
Oh, right,
Sellers,
no way.
Story restaurant.
Retracted.
Yeah, she retracted, and the look was filth, as if you shouldn't be near me, you peasant. So,
So James
Did I
Madison,
take it?
Sort of respect that in a weird kind of way.
yeah, I did.
James Madison told me a story that he's got a red car, and Daniel Levy every time he comes to training ground says to him, "You're going to get rid of that car." And he said, "Yeah, like all the time." And he says it like whenever he sees him, you still haven't got rid of that red car, like as if you need to get rid of that red car. So listen, run
It's a
deep.
thing.
Run
Runs
deep.
deep.
I thought I'd just bring that because I see Spurs, and I thought, yeah, that happened on the weekend to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries, Spurs.
Loads.
We've got a list here. Romero, Van der Ven, Perisic, Sessegnon, Madison, Richarlison, Basuma, Solomon, Udogie
Well,
could
it's,
return.
listen, that from that Chelsea game, what was that, a couple of weeks ago now? It's insane, everything that's happened. And I think for that reason, I'm going Villa win, actually, in this one, which I'm honestly, boys, 2-3 weeks ago, I know I'm not the best at predictions on this thing. I just wouldn't have thought of, But I'm going to go Villa win. I'm going to go Villa 4, Spurs 2. I'm going goals.
Wow.
I've just missed it. You know where it banks up for a week, I feel like I'm banked up and I just
Yeah,
need to...
you're unloading.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's international break. It's just kind of... It's
Yeah, just wanna
You're
fire
hydrated
them
and
out.
you're just going for it.
I want to fire in on these games. It's going to be great.
So incredible season.
Fuck.
Well,
Wow.
I got a bit more like I feel like I almost kind of wanted to go for Villa when I looked at that injury list, but I think Spurs at home. I think 1-1. I've gone for a draw. I've kind of sat on the fence of it.
It's a tough one to predict, is it? A draw. You don't like going for draws.
I don't,
You
yeah.
always go for one or the other. I'm the same as you, Chris. I think Villa will do it. I looked at the Villa away form. They've played 6, lost 3, drawn
Yeah,
1.
they're brilliant at
And
home, aren't they?
1-2 at home. They're great. But I have actually gone for Villa, and I've gone for a 2-1 Villa win.
Really? Great.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
So you know
close.
what? There's a bit of a mix.
All
'cause
different.
International break was kind of all the same, at least guesses, in results, different scores. But at least here we've got back in different teams.
I feel like it's a great Premier League, and you've got like those games are good. Like these are teams, like they're interesting games. You know, Everton, Manchester United for different reasons, but Spurs, Villa, Man City, Liverpool, 4 teams in form, playing each other, looking good.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. Just in a bit of any other business as well. You know, I set up an Instagram account for the barbecuing.
Yeah.
The barbecue
How's
United
it all
thing,
going?
which is fun. You know, it's a place for me to put my pictures of barbecuing and food and stuff like that. And it's also a place that people can go and call me a barbecue C.
Like-minded barbecue.
Like-minded barbecue people. Set up an Instagram page, Barbecue United. Have you told Peter your news?
Well,
Have you followed?
I'm followed. I'm invested.
You enjoying it all?
No, well, I've not cooked yet.
Okay.
I've got the resources. I've been sent the resources, so I'm involved. I haven't fully signed.
He's got one.
He's got one.
You've got him one of these eggs.
I've got him a barbecue.
Look, I like a barbecue like every other Brit.
Are you gonna be up for hours, days,
Well, from what
rubbing meat?
Chris cooked yesterday,
great, I get to watch this now.
what he cooked yesterday was great.
Yeah.
I followed the story.
You didn't go round, did you?
I wasn't round there. No. Did it taste nice?
Tasted lovely. I made a lovely stew on the barbecue.
Oh, I
Crouchy.
love a stew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Big
did it
fan.
all on the barbecue.
Yeah, that is some go in that.
So how do you do that?
That's easy. I knew we'd get him. I knew we'd
No,
get
because
him.
I mean, my barbecue has kind of grates, so like
Yes,
you do
what?
a stew. It's saucy.
Yeah, very quickly. What I'd do is, and there's a longer process to this, but I would cook the meat on the barbecue just to start it off, get a bit of smoke running through that, cook the veg on there, and then I chopped it all up, put that into the pot, added the Guinness, bit of red wine, Worcester sauce, all of this stuff, put it all in, and then let it cook for about 4 or 5 hours. And then I would just occasionally do another story on there and upload that.
It was
And then
sensational.
I'm so happy because I think this is the closest we're going to get to getting you involved, Peter, is Sid's now has one of these barbecues. And I think if anyone can convince you, I think I'm not going to be able to do it, but if anyone can, Sid's will.
All right.
And
But listen, I'm pleased for you. Maybe keep those stories to Barbecue United from now on. Now, right?
you'll be with us one day, Peter. You know this forfeit then. So are we all agreed? We'll do that in the new year. Yeah, the Paddy Power forfeit.
Yes, I think we'll say on the FA Cup weekend. I think that's when the forfeit should probably happen.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, you mentioned the forfeit here, and I've got an update here on the Paddy Power forfeit. We've had an interesting letter in. Can I read it to you?
Yes.
Let's go.
Obviously, it's the Minister of Mischief at Paddy Power. He says, "Dear Crouchy, Chris, BBQC, and the Notorious SID." Firstly, using the full titles. Firstly, congratulations on Crouch Fest, brilliant event and one we thoroughly enjoyed. Some of you did bump into me, quite literally in some cases, after a few sparkling waters, no doubt. But I came away unscathed, identity intact, and full of mischievous memories. So he was there.
Wow.
We didn't know. Now, to more important matters, the forfeit. I've been keeping a close eye on your listeners' suggestions, and I'm impressed. This mischievous brain cogs have certainly been turning, and this has not gone unnoticed at Paddy Tower at Paddy Power HQ. Before I say goodbye, I'll leave you with this. It's a poem. Believe it or not. Puddings is massive, but so am I. But remember, there's more to mischief than meets the eye. One suggestion from a listener could change it all. Who knows? Who we might have to call. Keep them coming. There's still time yet. Let's make Pete, Sids and Chris really sweat. I have an idea in mind, that's all I'll say. So goodbye for now, until another day. Minister of Mayhem.
It's pretty scary. It sounds mischievous.
How do you feel about all that?
It sounds sort of sinister for the Minister of Mischief there. I don't but then again, we don't know who's going to be taking part in this forfeit right now. So
Just look at it.
It rolls on for another week.
Yeah. I was just looking at your both your outfits.
Yeah, and yours as
yours
well.
is great. Wait, that's a lovely. That's new?
Little cardigan, yeah.
Yeah, it's new. I've not seen that
Are
one.
we doing this just to confirm? Like, are we all getting dressed up every week? Or is this just a 1 week?
I think it was just the 1 week,
Is it?
really. Yeah, I think it's probably best, isn't it? Just the 1 week we get styled.
Well,
one
I
of
mean,
us.
I've got the wardrobe that can do it every week, but
Yeah.
if you want to just
Yeah, I
straighten
think we'll
out,
just do it this week.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be interesting to see if we get more views now that
One of us has been styled
one of us has been
properly.
styled. It'd be interesting to just see how it correlates.
Yeah,
and
interesting.
everything.
Can I read this one from Adam? Because he says, "Hey guys, I'm a gluten-free cyclist fan of the pod."
Is that he said that on line 1?
Line 1, I'm a gluten-free cyclist fan of the pod. So I feel bad now. But anyway, he says, I actually developed a gluten intolerance suddenly 3 years ago. The worst part is having to ask for gluten-free beer in pubs. In Germany, where I live now, ironically, these allergy questions don't get asked over here. So you should be all right if you visit Harry Kane down there in Bayern. Whilst coffee has no gluten in it, I am actually lactose intolerant as well, which means I do have to go down the oat milk in coffee route.
Where do you stand on lactose intolerance? Is it similar, or do you have
Very,
more
very
sympathy
similar.
for it?
Yeah, very similar. Obviously, I feel for you in your plight, but I don't change my thoughts on this.
I mean, we think my middle one has got lactose intolerance, and from the bombs that he drops,
Right, really.
I can vouch for that.
But sometimes, is it just sometimes just bad shits?
It's can happen. You know what I mean? It's like
Because we all have them days, don't we? Like,
Not every day.
not every day, no. No, and I think if there's an intolerance, then it suggests
Then
that
there's
there's something
something there.
bad for
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
it's great. It's great that you can identify that and deal with it. But sometimes ignorance is bliss in these situations.
yeah, but you don't listen. You don't want to go through life, having a dicky tummy,
No, you don't.
especially if you're cycling.
Well, I mean, I'm a keen cyclist and I do go out every now and again. The winter, it goes away. But when it comes out and I go to the coffee break, the coffee stops, there is a lot of oat milk flying around. It goes hand in hand with the cyclist.
Oat
We were saying
milk
that
did
cyclists
flow.
have a higher proportion of gluten
Intolerance.
gluten intolerance than any other sport.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. As to
I
why it's the case.
go there with my chest out, pumped up, and I like to just say regular cappuccino.
Dude,
And I'm proud to do
you're
that.
proud to do that.
How's it been out and about since you declared that you were a gluten skeptic?
It's been fine. It's funny when sometimes I go out now and quite often the waiter doesn't get on it, but like the people around me that I'm dining with potentially would always look to me when they say, any allergies that we should be aware of? Obviously they can, they're expecting my reaction. I'm so close to saying, fuck off. You Obviously,
Wow.
I don't say that
No.
at all.
Wow.
A tiny bit more business just before we go.
Moving swiftly on.
The back of the shirts, as always, we say if bored moment in the football, just have a little scout around, see if there's any funny shirt names, and then obviously send them in. Get a little picture and share it with us.
Yeah, we've got some great ones here.
It looks like Michael McIntyre from behind.
Oh my god, it does!
And the shirt number is 50, and above it has got hairy nips.
You didn't know to celebrate a 50th birthday.
Yeah, like as somebody sure a husband maybe potentially has bought this for a 50th and wrote hairy nips on the back.
It's just so lovely because you can see as well they've got the proper numbers with the Premier League logo.
Okay, the Premier League logo. So but this is Premier League endorsed. This is what my favourite thing. Part of this is it's like when they do these, it's like they've been endorsed. They've been endorsed,
licensed by the Premier
it's like
League.
licensed by the Premier League because they've got the lion in the number. It's like Premier League official Premier League shirt, hairy nips 50.
Wow.
And then I'll take you to the picture on the left where we've got it's actually beautiful. It's two people
Beautiful
by
shot.
the sea, isn't
Beautiful
it?
shot.
Jimmy Bullard on the left.
Yeah, we can.
The kite on the left.
Jimmy Bullock. We can only see these guys from behind, but like he's got a Gerrard shirt, number 8. Nothing abnormal there. And then his mate on the right has Mike Dean, look, full name as well. Mike Dean, 69 as the numbers. Once again with the Premier League. Premier League
Once again,
endorsed.
a fully Premier League endorsed 69. The worst thing is, I'm not sure the one on the left Gerrard has actually been endorsed by the Premier League.
No, that's
I'm not sure it has.
That's a snide, I think.
It's a snide one, isn't it?
It's gone down the market.
Absolute.
Isn't it mad?
No income tax, no.
The Gerrard 8 is the snide one,
He's got the snide one.
but the Mike Dean 69.
Mike Dean is
Yeah.
a fully endorsed Premier League official shirt. Mike Dean 69. What was he thinking?
I don't know what's going on there, because it's weird that you'd have the full name rather than just Dean 69 and let people fill in the gaps.
Has to be
But-
a pod fan.
Has to be, but like, why would you
got
also
to be.
have Mike Dean on the back accompanied with the number 69? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird mix of things.
Definitely a pod fan. I think obviously 69 seems to be the shirt number of choice. We've had so many of them. I didn't realise there were so many out there. What I haven't seen before is Hairy Nips 50.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it out there. We don't know what shirt this is. If you do see this on your travels, then please let us know and just confirm if it is or is not Michael McIntyre. Because that would be great.
And also, if you are Hairy Nips, please get in touch.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
do.
We'd love to know.
What?
If they are hairy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, everyone. Big weekend of football ahead. Chumbawamba.
Come on.